guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications, okay? And we definitely have a lot to discuss. So it looks like Icespxce is using Nicki Minaj and possibly Cardi B for her album rollout, because she mentioned Nicki Minaj scratch off in her Rolling Stone interview, and then she also was taking some shots at Botch and Bitter in her album, and also some shots at Scratch Off too. Now, Icespxce addressed a former friend leaking her text messages when she was speaking about the business disagreement with Nicki Minaj. Now, if you're wondering what the business disagreement was, according to Icespxce, this is her words, not mine, she told Baby Stormy that Nicki Minaj was trying to take her publishing and have her do a contract with Heavy on it. Okay, now Icespxce is not in a 360 deal. She has a partnership with Capitol. She is signed under Capitol and she's not in a 360 deal. Now, she said, I think the saddest part of this whole situation is somebody I knew for so many years, and I called my friend, had me open up and be vulnerable with them, and they took complete advantage of that for her own benefit. So that was the saddest part, really, just really used basically. And then she said, as for Nicki, she's busy. I don't really think she cares about ish like that, especially coming from a random girl. But what I said in those texts were just a moment of frustration around contract negotiations. I could have chose different words. But at the end of the day, regardless of how I felt in the moment, Nicki is still somebody I respect as an artist. I always going to admire everything she's done for me and the culture. Now, Ice says that her relationship with Nicki Minaj is in a good place. She said, we don't have the closest relationship, but we're definitely good. We're mutuals. We have smashed records together. I love us together. I think the world does too. Now, do I believe that Icespxce and Nicki Minaj are in a good place after Icespxce called Nicki Minaj ungrateful, jealous, okay, in those text messages to Baby Stormy? No, I don't think so. I think she's doing that so the Barbs will support her new album, which is a chess move, okay? She's playing chess with the Barbs. But I don't believe that they're in a good place. Nicki has been paying Icespxce dust. Anytime she likes somebody, she support them, especially on Station Head, she would play their songs. All of Icespxce's recent singles, she has paid dust. She has paid Icespxce dust since Barbie World came out. So I definitely don't believe that they're in a good place. I think Nicki just don't want to give Icespxce any more clout. So she is paying her dust. But despite that, we're going to give her a fair review for her album. But the text messages are real, and I said that they were real months ago when they got leaked. Y'all was saying, oh no, the text messages could be fake. I knew that they were real because if they were fake, Icespxce would have denied it when it came out, but she never did that. She's only addressing it because her album's out. Now, allegedly, Icespxce did reach out to Nicki Minaj behind the scenes, and she did try to apologize to Nicki Minaj from what I hear behind the scenes. That she did reach out to Nicki Minaj and say, I'm sorry about what I said in those text messages, so maybe Nicki will forgive her, but I don't think Nicki really Icespxce like that, especially when you called her ungrateful and jealous. I don't think Nicki is going to easily forget that because, she did give you a look. You have some of the Barbs as fans thanks to Nicki Minaj, so I'm sure she feels some type of way about that. And I feel like Nicki is probably tired of getting used by these female rappers. But let me know how y'all feel about it, and if you think that Nicki should forgive Icespxce, okay? And will you guys be supporting Icespxce's new album? Now, Doja Cat has surpassed 2.8 billion streams on Payola in 2024. She currently is the most streamed female rapper of the year so far. So congratulations to Doja Cat on that. A big accomplishment. Even though, like I've been saying for the entire year, Scarlett was low-key trash. But congratulations, though. The pregnancy hormones are getting to Botch and Bitter because she responded to everybody except when it's time to get into the booth. Okay, that's when she don't respond. She only respond on social media. Okay, because she at home eating bonbons, gaining all that pregnancy weight because she knocked up by Off the Cheat. So Botch and Pregnant said, wow, I just secured a really big distribution deal for Whip Shots. I'm really proud of myself. Everything is actually falling into place and happening at the right time. A fan said, any music? And she said, I got a song called Whip Shots, P-word, okay? She is upset at fans asking her about music even though she's an artist. You're supposed to be a rapper and you're upset that fans were asking about music. You're a little bit slow. Now, Botch and Bitter's recent numbers on Paolify ain't looking good. The Shakira collaboration only did 250,000 in streams yesterday. The Peso Pluma collaboration, put it on the surgery table, did 200,000, streams yesterday. Dr. Miami did 142,000 streams yesterday. On the Money did 99,000 streams yesterday. And the Like Trash freestyle did 66,000. So it's not looking good for Botch and Bitter. If I was her, I would drop the album or a single at least pretty soon because it looked like your fans ain't streaming your music. Now, speaking of Botch and Bitter, Icespxce comes back and kicks Botch and Bitter right in the face. She was throwing some shade, and we about to go over all the disses on Icespxce's album. Now, Icespxce confirms my tea and remains on Botch and Pregnant's neck, okay? She dissed Botch and Pregnant throughout the whole album. We're going to go over the whole breakdown between Botch and Bitter and Icespxce beef. Also, we're going to talk about her beef with Scratch Off. Now, in BBL Belt is where she takes the most vicious shots. She said, yeah, I'm that B, so they stealing my juice. Now, if you're wondering what Cardi B is stealing, because allegedly this is a Scratch Off and Cardi B shot, remember, Cardi B has started dressing like Icespxce, wearing those mini skirts. A lot of people feel like it's to cover up her pregnancy, but I think she's also inspired by Icespxce, okay? Then she said, this one is built like an ant, which, I call it Squidward thighs, but an ant also works. I call them Squidward thighs that Botch and Pregnant has. Crash outs, and she's going on rants. That's Botch and Bitter. Every day she going on a rant. I just talked about a rant she went on a few minutes ago. Okay? Cash Cow, I'm getting them bands. B were switching, but they wasn't trans. Okay? So a lot of people are not happy with the trans bar. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Then she said, I'm thick, but I ain't got no waist. That's how she said it in the song. Thinks she pretty, but she changing her face. That's how she said it in the song, and that is definitely a kick in the face to Botch and Pregnant. Always on the surgery table. Then she said, falling behind, like, beware, pick up your pace. It wasn't funny till I took her place. I've been telling y'all for months now that Icespxce is here to replace Cardi B. Y'all should have listened to me months ago. I said that she was the replacement. Her man calling, but I be like, who's this? Maybe that's towards Central C and his girlfriend. She said, light skin, but I'm black. You can tell by my hair. Another Cardi B whack. Now, if you're wondering how this relates to Cardi B, remember they got into it a little bit. This is when Cardi B sunned her because Cardi B was talking about how she was Dominican and black, which she's not. She's just Dominican. But she was trying to say she was Dominican and black. And she mentioned Icespxce, and Icespxce responded and said, I'm black. I have a black parent. Cardi B don't have no black parents. Okay, she just sleep with black men. Now, in Papa, she also kind of copies Nicki Minaj and takes shots. Okay? She said, "Bad B words, I'm your leader." Now, I could have sworn Nicki Minaj said that in that collaboration she has with Big Sean called Ass. Remember in that song she said, "Bad B words, I'm your leader. Phantom by the meter. Somebody point me to the best ass eater." Okay, so she took that bar from Nicki Minaj, but that's fine. She's been taking everything from Nicki. She said, "Mad B words wanna be her. B words can't see me for nothing like Sia." Okay? And wasn't Cardi B on the Wanna Be remix? And she said, "Mad B words wanna be her." Okay, interesting. So I'm starting to put two and two together. Then she said, "I ain't got no effing kids, I got hella sons. And you're chilling with a star, not just anyone." Again, calling out Cardi B for copying her looks and possibly throwing shade at Scratch Off too. She also said in Plenty Sun, "I post my fire pics, yeah, the Getty ones, okay? Ain't got time for them B words, yeah, them B words bums, okay?" Then in Talk to You Later, she said, "I know I'm that B word, who that B word wanna be." Okay, remember, Botchin' Pregnant was on the Wanna Be remix, which flopped. Again, throwing some more subliminal shade. Then she said, "Talking ish on the net, I'ma drag her. No clout for that B word, like why would I tag her?" Okay, now I feel like this could be shade at Scratch Off and Baby Stormy. Okay, because, Scratch Off has definitely thrown shots at Ice Spice on the internet. And then on top of that, she probably don't want to give Scratch Off any clout because Scratch Off can't chart. At least Ice Spice can chart on the Hot 100. And same thing with, Baby Stormy. She didn't respond to Baby Stormy because she believes that Baby Stormy is a clout chaser. Now, a lot of people are wondering, how did this beef start? I'm doing a full breakdown right now. Now, Ice Spice removed Botch and Bitter off the Munch remix, if y'all remember. Okay, we talked about that before.
Drink my bath water, I'm special. If you tell somebody I ain't nothing, nigga, you capping. Niggas, I'm Munch, get it for breakfast. Gums dirty, go get tested, way too easy, don't wanna catch it.
And then she did 2 songs with Nicki Minaj, okay? The Barbie World collaboration, which got them a Scammy nomination. And then she also did Princess Diana remix. Then Botch and Bitter, who became so bitter of her and Nicki Minaj's relationship, dissed her at Summer Jam and put the Annie cartoon up when she was performing yesterday too, okay, which is not even really her song. But anyway, the point of the matter, she started throwing a little sneak diss at Ice Spice for being removed off the Munch remix. That remix I just played never came out. Then Botch and Pregnant always tries to prove that she's black and she's not. And she used Ice Spice as an example as to why she was black. And Ice Spice responded and said, "No offense, Barty, it's because I have a Dominican parent and a black one." Okay? Cardi B don't have a black parent. She has 2 Dominican parents. And Cardi B punked Ice Spice, if you guys remember, and said, post that picture you took with your camera, okay, at the Vanity Fair after party, okay, trying to punk her in front of the Barbs. And then Ice Spice posted it, okay? So, there has been a lot of back and forth between them, but it's been subliminal. And then Cardi B has a picture of Ice Spice in her camera roll. That wasn't on accident. She's been watching Ice Spice just how she used to watch Nicki Minaj, because Ice Spice is gearing up to take her spot. And that's what Ice Spice said in BB Belt. If y'all had listened to me, I've been telling y'all Ice Spice is here to take Cardi B's spot, and she's threatened by Ice Spice. And that's why she's been watching and stalking her. But overall, I would give Ice Spice album like a 5 out of 10. It was short. It was only 10 songs. Half of them already came out. That's why I only went over a few songs, because she only had 10 songs on the album. And then on top of that, I only liked really one, which was Plenty Sun. That was the one that I felt like is a banger. Everything else, kind of felt like a little bit redundant. She did change her voice or cadence in a few songs, but I wasn't really impressed. I think JT's mixtape is better. No shade. Now, Botch and Pregnant responded and said, "These B-words have absolutely lost their mind. I'm getting all my lick backs on my album, though. On each one of you B-words." So she's talking about Bia because she hasn't responded to Bia yet. Bia put out a diss track. JT dissed her last week on her album. And obviously Icespxce. Okay? Possibly Megan too. I feel like her and Megan really don't mess with each other like that. Okay? So I can see her getting her lick back on those female rappers. She also said, "These B-words can't see me in numbers or status. Y'all have way too much time to catch up. Can't see me in money, can't see me in real estate, fashion, and can't see me in person either. I'm not in a rat race with none of you B-words. I'ma show y'all." And I agree with her. I don't think she's in a rat race with any of these female rappers because she hasn't really put out no music. You got to put out music to be in the race, okay? But I do feel like you are in the rat race with Off the Cheat side chicks. And one of them got pregnant a few months ago, and you and Off the Cheat were silent about that. So I do feel like there was some truth to it, and now you're pregnant. So you got a Tara and Amina situation going on with Off the Cheat. I do believe that you're in the rat race with a lot of Off the Cheat side chicks. Now, fans aren't calling out Icespxce for being fake towards Cardi B. Back in 2021, she tweeted, "Oh my God, Cardi B just asked me to work with her." A fan responded and said, "This the one that drug and robbed people?" And she said, "No, the one with the Grammy." So this was in 2021. So fans are saying that you was a fan of Botch and Bitter. Now you dissing her. So people are calling her out for that. Now, speaking of Icespxce, she also did scratch off in her new Rolling Stone interview where she talked about Nicki Minaj. She also mentioned scratch off and said, "I feel like if we ever spoke and I asked her what's the issue, it'd be like a blank stare. It really be no issue whatsoever, especially from me. I can understand a friendly competition, but I feel like at this point it's a joke that she dragged out. Thank You to Ish came out in January, and you're going to post a piece of Ish cake to announce something that's good news for you, but it's kind of a compliment because you're taking something that's supposed to be a fun moment for you and you're making it about me." Now, a lot of people are wondering, how did this beef between Scratch Off and Icespxce start? A lot of fans are blaming Nicki Minaj, saying that once Scratch Off fell out with Nicki Minaj, Icespxce started dissing Scratch Off because they used to be cool. They used to be following each other on Instagram and commenting under each other's pics. But I remember Icespxce posting one of her friends, Cleopatra's, post on TikTok saying "respect your elders" after Scratch Off dissed Nicki Minaj and called her super freaky grandma. Then she unfollowed Icespxce and she did this interview where they asked her to recite Bikini Bottom by Icespxce, and she pretended like she didn't know the song.
How can I lose if I'm already chose?
Chose. Like. Are you looking at me? Somebody help me. Dang, she beat me.
Okay, she got you.
So a lot of people took that as shade because she couldn't recite Icespxce bars, and it's not really that hard to remember. But when that song came out, Icespxce was red hot. This was right after Munch, so a lot of people took that as shade. Now, Scratch Off also announced that she will be dropping her new album, Sugar Honey Iced Tea, which is gearing up to sell plastic cups first week. I don't know how you can drop an album and you ain't had a hot single since Low Energy. I don't get that. Or maybe Put It in the Trash. Maybe, she gonna say Put It in the Trash was the first single, whatever. But I don't know. I just feel like you not really hot enough to be putting out an album. No shade. Moving on from that, Time Studio says Megan Thee Stallion's upcoming documentary has been sold to a major streamer for a fall release in a new article. Now, if you guys remember, it was announced before the Tory Lanez trial that she was doing a documentary. And I'm sure she's going to have her sympathy fro in this documentary talking about Tory Lanez and possibly, mentioning Nicki Minaj and Champagne Thickums. I don't think she'll say their names, but I think she will allude to having a beef or getting bullied in the industry. She's going to try to get all the sympathy points she can possibly get. Next thing we're going to talk about is allegedly the chart-obsessed racist and Queen Bee are reportedly gearing up to do a fundraiser concert for the Vice President Kamala Harris to, I guess, push people to vote for Kamala. Let me know if y'all believe that. My whole thing is I would just go for the concert. Mostly Queen Bee said I would probably skip the chart-obsessed racist. But I just want to see Queen Bee perform. Is this concert free or probably not because they got to raise money. But that's what I would just go for to see Queen Bee. I don't care about them campaigning for Kamala. I mostly would be here for the concert, in my opinion. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, 3 Dreads, a.k.a. Wayne, we got to call you to the front of the congregation. We do. Why the hell are you doing a song with Rick Ross when your biggest artist, Champagne Thickums, is in the middle of a beef with him? Okay? Now, I know Champagne Thickums ain't the most loyal person. Trust, we know. But I just find it odd that you would hop on a song with Rick Ross, okay? Even though it may not be your song because it does say DJ Premier, so it's not really Rick Ross' song. They're both features. But at the end of the day, why would you do that after Rick Ross just got beat up in Canada for playing Not Like Us? Why would you do that? He just put out a Champagne Thickums diss record, when, Champagne Thickums was going up against everybody, lost his rap battle to Kung Fu Kenny, and here you going doing a song with one of his ops. I mean, way to kick a man down when he's already on the floor. I mean, goodness gracious, can Champagne Thickums get a break? And I don't want to hear, it's just business, it's just business. You didn't need to do this feature. DJ Premier is an okay DJ. He ain't DJ Mustard. Let's be very clear. This ain't Calvin Harris. You didn't need to do this collaboration. Nobody cares about DJ Premier like that. Stop it. You did it, and I feel like low-key Wayne is showing that he don't really mess with Champagne Thickums like that. I'm sorry. I just can't see you really messing with Champagne Thickums and hopping on a song with Rick Ross, even if he's a feature. I'm sorry, I would have pulled my verse. Now, Gucci Mane put out a song called Chanel Bag featuring JT, okay? So JT is getting some features. Personally, I did not like Gucci's part at all. Okay, even in chorus, I didn't really care for it. But JT, in my opinion, did kill her verse. I don't really care for when Gucci raps nowadays, in my opinion. I feel like, I don't know, maybe he changed the way he rapped, but it just don't sound the same. It don't sound like old Gucci, in my opinion. And then fans are also saying that Sexy Red is sticking up for Botch and Bitter. She posted on her story after Icespxce album leaked. This was before it even came out. It's given she did it, I'm gonna want to do it too. You a BS friend or you BS fried. Okay, I don't know what she's trying to say there because Sexy Red didn't say this properly. I don't know what's going on with that story on Instagram, but I don't know if this necessarily means she's sticking up for Botch and Bitter. I think Sexy Red goes where the wind blows. She's not really team nobody. She just goes where the wind blows, at the moment. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.